You go. Alright, Carl and I, we've been on Barton Moss. We've been looking for suitable locations whereby we could dump a microwave, and Carl had a large, was it a fridge you wanted to get rid of?
Fridge freezer.
Fridge freezer was it? It was a big one.
Big
American one, wasn't it? So anyway, we was going to dump it, but we kept getting interrupted by, you said there were doggies, didn't you? I don't know if they were or not.
I think they might have been.
A bloke had a Badger's mask on. Very strange. But anyway, we digress once again. So we've probably come to the noisiest part of Cadishead, with the traffic hurtling past. We've come to see a pub, not just any pub, a micro pub called the Grocers. And hopefully we're going to have a word with Martin, the landlord. I think it's been open 5-6 years, the pub. He'll tell us more, and we'll see what the clientele are like, the characters. I've not a clue. We're going though, and it can't be any as noisy as this, can it? Surely. Right, should we go in and see what's what, and no focusing on the bald spot? There we go. There we go. There we go. Hello. Hello. Okay, there.
Welcome, quiet.
What are you guys doing down here?
Social security, checking up.
Check him, Sam, he's just rolling the joint. Look at him down there. How's it on that?
Have you ever been to a pub in Liverpool? I used to, we were placed near the docks, there was a pub there, and I was in a suit once. You walk in there, they're all climbing out the windows because they think you're from the DHSS.
That'll be the Baltic fleet, that.
Yeah.
Martin, you're the man host.
Not me, but
We're going to have a word with you, Martin.
Going Marks and Spencer's. Everybody's coming.
Can you just shut up? Martin, we're here today, this evening even, at your micro pub. Now, how long have you been here?
Just over 6 years now, opened in 2015.
Right. I have heard, is it true that you're a micro pub that sells beer from micro breweries?
That's true, a lot of people think I am a micro brewery, but I don't brew any beer, I just sell beers from local micro breweries.
Because somebody told me that you had a brewery in the back, a brew house and all that.
I wish I did, but no, it's not for me brewing. I just prefer drinking rather than making it.
I'm honest, man. How's the COVID affected you?
Quite a bit, to be honest with you. All the lockdowns and stuff. Trade's dropped probably 25-30%.
Right.
So yeah, and having to change and adapt on a daily basis, not a weekly basis. I've had to start selling cans and bottles, which has been a godsend through lockdown, to be honest with you.
Have you welcomed local suppliers?
Pretty much, yeah, apart from the ciders, which is Hereford. So yeah, Martin from Salford,
Yeah.
Strata from Bolton, yeah. Try and keep it local. Red Willow from Macclesfield.
So, how many people can you fit in here? Well, you know when I walked in. Couldn't be bigger at the shops. You could go and get them.
A lot of people say that, yeah, I'm a bit like an old school
Bag of
Irish
coal
pub,
and some bacon.
Yeah, I'm a back to basics pubs. I don't have any electronic entertainment, no TV, no music.
Like Sam Smith.
Pretty much, yeah.
Right.
But yeah, under current legislation, I've got a room limit of 15. But, yeah.
You've got a ball album,
I have as well, so I can get a few more in here. But yeah, in the good old days, I could have, in the past I've had 50-60 people in here. So
Oh, yeah?
I have, yeah. It's a bit of a squeeze, but yeah.
Have you got a bestseller, or is that too hard to say?
Red Willow beer seems to go well, yeah. So
I won't say your best buyer because there's a few in here, like they've had a few already. Shall we do a beer garden?
you can do.
Shall we have a beer garden, mate? I've got a fixation with Fred in the bald spot.
Alright.
I'm bastard.
You don't get mine. That's the beer garden.
It's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah,
It is.
quiet and closed.
What you opening with? You got?
Goes Monday, Tuesday, but Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday is, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday is 5 till 9, Saturday and Sunday is 3 till 9. So, but I can stay a bit longer.
Yeah, if you
People-
buy in.
Yeah. There still is a reluctance for people to come out drinking.
Of course there is, yeah.
In COVID, so, and if I'm only a small pub, so people are probably scared of a lot of people in a small pub.
Yeah, I understand that.
And again, people are scared of using the track and trace app in case you have to isolate for 2 weeks. I think that affects people.
Grocer, I assume, was it a grocer shop?
It was a greengrocers
right.
in the past, yeah. When I was a lad,
When I
it
was
was
a lad.
greengrocers, yeah. And when I told my mates I got the keys for this place, everyone still referred to it as the greengrocers.
Yeah,
Even though it, yeah,
Oh, you're
I'm
from
a local
Cadishead?
lad, yeah.
Right.
So even though it's probably not been a greengrocers for what, 15, 20 years before I had it, yeah. A lot of people still refer to it as a greengrocers.
What made you make the quantum leap from your job to being a publican?
Previous job was working in commercial photography studios.
Oh, that one for you, right?
Bit of a change, yeah. Yeah, I like to be the other side of the lens, yeah. But no, I've always got a liking for old pubs and pub history and architecture.
Like myself,
I used to travel up and down the country and viewing old pubs, and occasionally I'd start coming across micro pubs. That was probably 2013, 2014, and I liked the idea of them. They were very basic, with an emphasis on good beer and good conversation.
Right.
I was getting a bit disillusioned with my job, so I thought, why not give this a go? So 6 years later,
And you're still here?
yeah, I've won the Camera Branch Pub of the Year twice, and I'm also Salford's Camera Cider Pub of the Year this year as well. So yeah, I must be doing something right.
You are indeed.
Yeah.
I was going to say, anybody watching now, can you come down and have a pint with us? But you can only 12 if you're in. If you don't come tonight, make an effort to come over the weekend or whenever you can, really, isn't it?
Yeah, it's nice for the atmosphere. There's nowhere you go, so
Yeah.
Support
your local industry, your trades, you know. That's a shining example of what you've done to the area. Yeah, play mine.
Cheers, Tom.
Shall we look at the reprobates that are allowed in the pub?
Yeah, that 3 pints in the pump for you.
Let's show you. Maybe for grandpa. Get a little bit so you don't have to point. Oh well, 3 of them, 4 of them.
So we went down. Come back, £60 fine for not parking quite. I was the only
Recognise that fella there?
on the car park. The car park always
Did you pay it? Did you swallow it?
Oh, yeah.
Did you pay it?
I did, but I contested it, but they just went on and on and on. The rules, there's clear signs. But, you know, what can you do?
We're in the Grocer. It's a pub, a micro pub in Cadishead. Oh,
Just left the mic, just hold it like that. Just hold it, be alright, don't worry, it'll transmit.
you sure you want me to hold it? Not clip on? Yeah. We're just discussing the parking in Warrington, and this is my new mate, William, Bill, or William for short. And he was just telling me that he got fined £60 for not parking his car straight. He was the only one on the car park in Warrington.
With 1,000 cars, spaces, and I got done for putting a wheel over the white line.
There you are.
Done that.
£60 fine.
You see why I don't like the council very much?
I took Joe up to see the gates that Queen Victoria rejected on the town hall. Beautiful
them.
gates.
Know them well.
In fact, the nicest thing in Warrington, the gates, they're lovely. And I got a parking ticket. And they hadn't even stopped the car, we hadn't even got out of the car. 60 quid.
Yeah, Warrington's a good place to come from. That's what a lot of people say.
Come from.
You're my pint. No politics.
I'll just put this empty glass down at the end there, just in case anybody sees it.
Fentimans. Lee, would you like to? This gentleman, you invited us down?
Yes, allow me, this is Ian Cullen.
Yeah, I call him Lee.
Yes. Flinny said to me, have you seen what this bloke's put on Facebook? So I read it and it said, you're very welcome down to my local, the grocer. You'll really enjoy it. And I'll tell you what, it'll be free beer. Well, that was like red rag to a bull with Flinny. He messaged me back, he said, have you heard what this young fool's proposing? I said, I think we should take advantage of it. The rest is history, and we're here. And this is Ian Cullen, the poor blind fool. So what else is you over there in the corner? Alan Whitfield. The youngest brother of David. Colour me all mine, make me only thine. That's his very brother. You won't believe it, would you?
No.
When no one else would understand me.
When everything I do is... He's only had one pint, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Hey, I'll tell you what, Martin, it's good beer if you can get another. Oh, Oh, look at that. As if by pure magic.
Well, not for you, though.
Oh, I didn't think they were. Bit too light coloured for me, those, Martin.
We'll have a quick word to Carl and say why you've invited us down.
Yeah, go on.
Come on.
Does it involve money?
Tell it like it is.
Hopefully.
Tell us what you told me. You're sick of your missus, so you
don't
come
work
out,
for Grattan
you
next
come out
year.
for a bit of peace and gratification from the mail company.
Don't be having me in what do you call it again?
What do you call it? What do you having me in? What do you call it again? Well, that's as clear as mud, isn't it?
Domestic unbliss.
All right, no. Do you love your wife?
I love her very much.
I believe all your mates do as well. That's very good of you. That. Yeah, put me down for Thursdays. What about you?
No, we're Catholic.
Where is she tonight? Coronation Street, is it?
No, she doesn't watch the soaps.
Does she not? What does she do?
She likes watching scary
Horror
films
films.
that I don't like. Yeah,
What,
horror films.
On the horror channel.
Yeah.
I watch them every night, me.
Yeah.
Would it be rude to say where's Mr. Sean Kilgareth?
Would, yeah. So,
Sean, I've messaged you
I
twice.
think for the life of me, he's probably on the top of Salt Hill, watching the sun go down on Galway Bay. It was only at the closing of the day.
Is he Welsh?
Martin, I've told him not to
Put it down.
music licence.
Don't bother us, we can sing. So why are you on your own?
on my own tonight,
Yeah.
I come to meet Sam and Bill. It's a weekly occurrence.
This looks to me a bit like Oliver Twist, you know, with Fagin where they had meetings and all that lot. I think they're famous, well-known shoplifters in Warrington and that. You're Hollins Green though, aren't you?
I'm a Wellingtonian.
Are you? You were born in Warrington?
Yeah, I'm posh.
You are posh. You didn't know the head. You do smoke. You can ride a bicycle. Your favourite colour is green. You've not got to say yes or no within a minute. Then you get the 5 bob.
Got
Did
it.
you ever play that game, the yes/no interlude? You ever played it?
I'm not telling you.
Have you played it?
Perhaps.
Perhaps.
Often.
Definite.
Certainly.
You didn't shake your head. He used to tickle me, Michael Miles. He always reminded me of the fellow that interfered with young girls. A bit like yourself, Ian.
It's late! It's
He
late!
is. Dong. You have to get a bit up earlier than that, William. So, yeah. But we used to have this fellow on the Bernie Winters came on once. He wasn't Bernie, he was a corporal in the RAF because they come on stage like that. I bet you can't remember the name of the guy that banged the gong.
I know it.
Do you know his name?
I do know it.
You can say yes, no. We finished that bit now.
We're not under
The guy that banged the gong,
Go on.
Alec Dane.
Right, not Alec Goodall.
Not a lot
No.
of people know that.
And who told you about the prizes?
Michael
Danvers
Miles.
Walker.
Oh, wrong. Correct.
Hey!
And here to tell you about the prizes is Bob Danvers Walker. And tonight's treasure trail, £60. Woo! And behind the curtain, it had a curtain with all like question marks all over it. When they opened the curtain, Martin, when they opened the curtain like that, it was the same bloody caravan they had on every week, you know, nobody ever won it. And you had your 3 booby prizes, didn't you? If you got through the yes/no interlude, you got 5 bob. Then this fella come on with these corporal stripes in uniform, and he, big round of applause here from the Armed Forces. Yeah, and the next one, right in here, please. And your name? He say, I'm so happy to be here, Michael. I don't care what prize you win, I'm just happy to be here. Okay, just hand me that card, will you? You've won tonight's booby prize, a wet sock. You rotten lousy bastard, my God, to come down wet. It's like Bernard Manning said when he had this Antiques Roadshow. And he said, I'll tell you what I'd like to do. I'd like to be on that roadshow and some old woman come in with an old tank out of the loft or something. And I'd have a look at it and say, go on, piss off with that, love. Sling it out, we don't want that. And go on, get off. And I thought, I had this vision of this poor old lady coming in here. When I was a kid, we used to have this thing, a bayonet. One of the lads had a bayonet. We all joined, Barry Cooper his name was, we all joined his gang. I was only 9. But we joined his gang because he had the bayonet. I had a Sheffield knife like that with a blue handle, and on it said, a present from Blackpool, and a massive picture of the Blackpool Tower. And he had it on the sheath belt here on the side of it like this. And we were down the landslide. You won't know where the land is, you guys won't, from Warrington to Hollins Green. You know it, Flinny. The landslide is a famous part of Higher Broughton in Salford, which goes down over to Kersal. And when we was kids, we used to play down the landslide. I had certain things that I was interested in. Between 7 and 9, I was going for conkers. After 9 to 12, I was going for blackberries. So Martin Ruan, giant haystacks. Do you remember the rest of that?
Martin Daniels.
Oh, Martin Ruan.
Sorry. Yeah. But I used to go for my haircut in Jeff and Steve's.
Oh, Jeff.
I used to see him in there.
Steve Manheim.
Yeah.
I know Steve very well and Jeff. They've separated now. He's gone different. In fact, Jeff only retired about 6 months ago from his shop on Lord Broughton Road.
Yeah.
And it's got 3 stories on. He's in for a few quid there. He's not daft. He owns the property. I said, what are you going to do with that? And he's still doing stuff from home. He's still cutting hair at home, Steve.
Yeah.
There was Jeff and Steve. There was Sid and Harry at the Rialto. And Harry had... Harry was all right. It was Sid. He had this nervous thing. He'd had a stroke or something. And he used to do open cut throat. He'd say, who's next? I'll do like that. He's like, I'll read. Dad, if he cuts that fella's ear off, Dad, can he have it? Oh, he was a nutter.
I'm sorry, I digress. I digress.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's all, that's what it's all about. Look at Flinny. He's not stopped digressing since he come in.
Oh, I can't help it.
Digressions, he's never been off the pot, have you?
No. I was going to say,
Yeah.
while we're online, why don't you, that young lady in California, invite her to a traditional English pub?
Yes, Debbie Jones, I don't mind openly admitting to you, darling, that I am in love with you. I've actually put that on the message on Facebook. However, this reprobate by the side of me doesn't seem at all interested in women. But him and Carl have been knocking around together for a number of years. And you can form your own opinion. All I can say to you, Debbie Jones, if you come over onto Chatmoss and stop with me, I promise you, you'll get plenty of sleep.
No organisms.
No. no organism. Or ecstasies. Estacies. No, none of that. So she should come over now.
She'll be packing the bags as we speak.
She'll swallow it, won't she?
I hope so.
Yeah, she'll be over the flight right now. Is she? What can you get? It's amazing what you can get on that. Look at that, he's booking a flight right now. It's brilliant. Alan Whitfield's very quiet in the corner over there. Look at him, still quiet. My prayer is the answer you give.
I've got to take this opportunity as well to say Warrington, from there.
Warrington.
A good friend of mine, a young lady, Paula Louise, say hello, and Alice, your daughter. I said I'd say hello, so I've done.
Christopher Robbie went down with her, didn't he? Not her mother, her daughter. Alice.
We've had Jimmy
Who's
Savile.
Alice?
We've had Jimmy Savile.
Alice!
Tax dodging the
Good
print.
health, boys, because none of you look like you've got long.
No. We're hanging on by threads.
He's just, what's he just done now? He's just bought himself a load of vaping equipment. No, you're the vapor, aren't you?
Yeah.
What's he just bought? He's having his eyes done because he's got cataracts, haven't you? Are you having them done? I'm over here. Are you having them done?
Well, you can see me.
Hey, $4,000 I've got, I can see for miles. Sam, I kid you not.
That's how it's invisible.
No.
Nobody could see me.
No. But good health to you anyway, boys.
Should we all say good health and then wrap? Or would you want to carry on talking?
I won't be drinking.
All right, yeah. Right, so you all just say...
Good health.
Debbie Jones.
Debbie Jones, yeah. Debbie Jones.